The sports card market is really heating up heading into the National. We'll tell you which cards are going up the most right now. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday, a special edition right before the start of the National. In fact, I got to head to the airport to get to the National, so we are going to do this quickly right now. And speaking of the National, we're going to be live on Whatnot at the National with $2,000 in giveaways this Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Central Time in Chicago. We're going to be live on Whatnot. If you don't have the Whatnot app, scan that QR code on your screen right now to get the app, and we're also going to hook you up with $10 in free credit. And once you do have the app, go on the Sports Card Investor channel Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Central Time in Chicago. $2,000 in giveaways from the National. It's going to be incredible. All right, let's take a quick peek at the overall sports card market, brought to you by the Market Pulse by Market Movers. Guys, look, it is heating up. I don't know who out there is telling you that the sports card market is down, because overall, looking at the 500 most prominent cards from our SCI 500 index, it's up quite a bit over the last week. It's up a lot this year. It's been a good last 30 days for the sports card market. We are seeing a lot of buying activity heading into the National. This is causing card prices to rise. Hopefully this continues. I'm expecting this National to give the sports card market a boost. Fingers crossed that happens. Now, let's show you the cards that have gone up the most. We're starting today's list with a card that's going down, a cold card as we do every week, and today it's Kristaps Porzingis. And the reason why we start with a cold card every week is it is an important reminder that the cards that are hot often will come down in price. So your better idea is not to buy into the hype of who is hot at that moment, but rather to project who you think is going to be hot in the future and buy their cards now. About a month ago, there were tons of people that were buying Kristaps Porzingis cards because he was part of a big trade. He ended up on a new team, the Boston Celtics. And whenever a player is traded as part of a high-profile trade deal, their cards normally instantly rise in price. But oftentimes that price rise is short-lived. And then they start to fall again once the hype wears off. And that is exactly what has happened now with Porzingis' card. So as a result, if we look at Market Movers over the last 30 days, his cards are going back down again. And here on the screen, I brought up 3 of his 2015 rookie cards: his Prism Base, his Select Premier Level, and his Donruss Base in PSA 10. And you can see all 3 of those are going in the wrong direction on the graph. And if we zoom in to look at the details, all 3 of these are down somewhere between 29% and almost 58% over the last 30 days. That Donruss Base card, that was an inexpensive card to begin with in PSA 10, but it was $38 30 days ago. Today, you can pick it up for just over $15. But now let's talk about cards going up, and we're starting with Lionel Messi and his shot heard around the world. What an incredible debut Messi had in the MLS, scoring that unbelievable game winner for Inter Miami last Friday night in extra time on a free kick. Did you guys see this? How did that ball curve around all of those defenders and miss the goaltender and end up in the upper corner of the net? It was an absolute dream debut for Messi. It is exactly what the MLS wanted and needed. And guess what? Once that happened, people rushed to eBay, at least some people did, and they started buying Messi cards. So Messi cards went up in price. Let's take a look here at Market Movers. Not a ton of sales of these cards, but enough to show. This is his 2018 Prism World Cup and his 2022 Prism World Cup cards in PSA 10 condition. And you can see how these have shot up here over the last few days since that kick found its way into the back of the neck. Looking in the details here, these have gone up anywhere between 30% and 70%. That 2022 Prism World Cup base Messi card was a $60 card in PSA 10 condition 1 week ago. And on the back of that goal, it most recently now has sold for $103. Now let's turn our attention to football, and it is Justin Herbert who is back in the top 5 today in the number 4 spot. And this is fitting because a lot of football cards have been heating up leading into the National, and of course the start of the football season is now just a little over a month away. Justin Herbert was one of those guys who was incredibly hyped leading into last season. A lot of people thought he could have been an MVP candidate last season. He had some really good numbers at times, but he dealt with an injury. And of course, the Chargers ended up going just 10-7, which was a little bit of a disappointment. So Herbert saw a lot of his cards fall. But now we're getting close to the season. They're going up again. Let's take a look here in Market Movers. I brought up 4 of his rookie cards from 2020, his Prism Base, his Optic Base, his Optic Hollow, and his Prism Black from Chronicles, all of these in PSA 10 condition. Let's switch the graph to look at price change by percentage, and you can see all 4 of these over here on the right, particularly over this last week. Getting ready here for the National, these cards have all been on the rise, as have many other Justin Herbert cards. All of these cards are up anywhere between about 17% and 36% over the last week. That Prism base card in PSA 10 condition of Herbert's, that card was $133 30 days ago. That card most recently sold for $182. So that is a nice jump heading right into the National. The number 3 spot, another young star quarterback, Joe Burrow, is back in the top 5 today. It's great to see him on the list as well. Unlike Herbert, Joe Burrow has actually gotten himself to a Super Bowl, and there are expectations upon him that he might get himself back to another Super Bowl this upcoming season. He had a fantastic season last year for Cincinnati, finished with 35 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. The Bengals went 12-4 in his 16 games. But they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. Of course, Kansas City was the team last year that took home the trophy. This year, could Burrow top Mahomes and get Cincinnati back to the Super Bowl? We will see. But there are a lot of sports card collectors and investors that are buying Burrow cards right now in hope and anticipation that that will happen. And you can see here in Market Movers what is happening with his cards. 5 of his rookie cards from 2020 up on the screen. His Donruss base, Prism base, Select Premier level, Select Field level, that one a relatively rare card, and his Donruss Canvas, all of these in PSA 10 condition. And if we look at all of the price changes by percentage, you can see all of these, much like Herbert's card in the last week, all of these leading into the National are really starting to trend up as well. Looking at the details of these cards, these ones are all up anywhere between about 7% and about 35%. It is that Select Field level that has gone from $109 to $147 over the course of the last week. His Prism, or last month I should say, his Prism base has gone from $239 to $305 over the last month. It'll be really interesting to see if this rise continues as we head towards the start of the football season. Going to baseball for the number 2 spot today, and it is Austin Riley from my hometown Atlanta Braves. Welcome, Austin, to the top 5. We're happy to have you here. And we like Austin Riley here in Atlanta because along with his teammates like Ronald Acuna Jr., who's been in the top 5 a lot, and Matt Olson, who's playing very, very well, Austin Riley has been a big part of the Braves' success this year. Of course, he made the All-Star team again. He's batting .270 with 22 home runs and 61 RBIs coming into Monday. Big numbers so far this season. And this has sports card collectors and investors buying Austin Riley cards. Taking a look here in Market Movers, I brought 3 of his 2019 rookie cards up on the screen. I've got his 2019 Topps Chrome Update, his Topps Chrome Rookie Auto, and his Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition base cards, all in PSA 10 condition on the screen. All 3 of these are moving up. And if we look at the details, you can actually see that it is Riley's 2019 Topps Chrome Update base card. From a percentage standpoint, that is up the most. In PSA 10 condition, that card has doubled in price over the last 30 days. You could have bought that card for $25 30 days ago. It is most recently sold for $50, and there have been 27 sales of that card over the last 30 days. So that card is transacting a lot. It is a very consistent trend line that is continuing to rise. It's a good sign for Austin Riley's cards. If the Braves can continue to have success this year and have success this postseason, who knows where Riley's cards can go. And now it's time for our number one card this week. But before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's show are from Market Movers. And guys, we just launched a massive new feature in Market Movers, the ability to search our entire database of card transactions. So even if we don't have your card, out of the 2 million cards in Market Movers database, you can still find its sales history. You've got to check this out. Try it out free for 7 days. Go to marketmoversapp.com or download the Market Movers app on your phone. Try it free for 7 days. You're gonna love it. It is Market Movers. Okay, guys, back at number one again this week, Shohei Ohtani. He has been absolutely dominant. He's been number one on this list a bunch of times. And if you open the Sports Card Investor app on your phone right now, Shohei's cards are all over the top 10 of the Sports Card Investor app, and it's been that way for a while. I just got back from an epic trip in Japan, and Shohei Mania was alive and well in Japan. Lots of people excited about him and his cards, and for good reason. There's tons of excitement, obviously, in the United States right now as well. And adding a little bit of extra intrigue is the fact that we have the trade deadline upcoming in Major League Baseball. Is it possible that Shohei could get dealt before the trade deadline? As of the filming of this video, that hasn't happened yet, but who knows? It could potentially happen at any point in time, and I think people are excited about that possibility. But even if he stays with the Angels, he's having another historic season, and I think he's really cemented himself as the player in Major League Baseball right now, and that has so many collectors and investors buying his cards. Let's take a look at Market Movers to see what these have done over the last month. And guys, look at that graph. Look at all of these different Shohei cards just trending up and to the right, and they're all rising together. And these are 5 of his cards from 2018. His 2018 Topps update, his Topps Chrome pitching, and his Topps pitching, and his Bowman base, and his Topps Chrome update rookie debut card. All of these are in PSA 10. Guys, Market Movers actually tracks over 1,000 different Shohei Ohtani cards. I just pulled these 5 out just to show you what 5 of his more transacted rookie cards are doing. But you could track tons of different Shohei cards in Market Movers, and no matter which one you track, you're probably going to see a pretty similar graph to this. It is going up. It is rising. It has been rising for months, and it is continuing to rise. And these particular cards are up anywhere between about 48% and about 64% over the last 30 days. That Topps base card, the pitching version in PSA 10, has gone from $142 to $232 over the last 30 days. That's a $91 increase in the last 30 days. That's huge. Some of these cards are up even more. It is incredible to see what the market has been like for Shohei Ohtani cards. And where is the market going to go from here? Man, I don't know. Can it go higher? Maybe. That is for you to decide. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Our coverage of the Nationals starts tomorrow here on the Sports Card Investor channel, so make sure you are subscribed to our channel. Hit that bell icon so you get notifications when all of our videos from the National go live. It is going to be an epic week of incredible videos. You're going to want to watch all of them this week. And then, of course, join us live on Whatnot Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Central for our $2,000 giveaway from the National. And also go get Market Movers so you can track all these card prices yourself. You can go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar and get it free for 7 days by doing that. We appreciate you. See you soon. Take care.